He is used to wowing wrestling fans inside the squared circle, but starting next week, a Blount County native will take moviegoers on the thrill ride of a lifetime. Digital storyteller William Winnett and 10 News anchor Abby Ham caught up with the Thrillbilly Silas Mason ahead of his Hollywood debut.
His name?
Silas Mason. All right, I'm a professional wrestler. I wrestle people professionally.
Known in the wrestling world as the Thrillbilly, this Maryville native knew from an early age he wanted to be between the ropes.
I was a little kid sitting in front of the TV back when you used to have the dials to get it on, and it was La Parka versus Ultimo Dragon. And I was like, man, these guys are like superheroes. And so I liked superheroes and stuff, and I said, I want to be a superhero, and now I am.
A student of the Jacobs Pritchard Wrestling Academy, Mason had humble beginnings, wrestling in places like the Green Acres Flea Market. Now, he is signed to the National Wrestling Alliance, owned by Smashing Pumpkins frontman Billy Corgan.
So I was in a band for a while. Was played on 94.3 The X, if anyone remembers that radio station. So me and Billy Corgan are kind of kindred spirits. We both played on the same radio station.
His venture into the NWA has allowed Silas to not only perform all over the country, but internationally as well.
I mean, Canada and Australia are basically the same place, except Australia is on the bottom of the flat earth. You know, so actually it was dope. I loved working there.
Mason is the current holder of both the NWA National Championship and the JCP World Championship.
See, that right there is the largest arm in Blount County. I don't know how big those TVs you got in the house are, but darling, pull it back out because I got 2 of them.
And a visit to our studios early in 2023 really helped Mason's star shine.
The NWA, get your mom out the field and get your daddy out the kitchen, because the National Wrestling Alliance is what y'all been missing.
Honestly, it was that interview for the news station that like really popped off, because like people had heard about it on the news, people had seen me on NWA, and then there was just that big like, I get like over 1 million views all across all social media and stuff like that. But it's just been a meteoric rise, man. Finally, the Natty is back home in Knoxville, baby.
Ever since I was a child, people said my family was cursed.
In October 2022, production began on The Iron Claw, a film about the Von Erich wrestling family. Mason's headshots wound up in the hands of the movie's producers, and they felt he was perfect to play Terry Bam Bam Gordy, a member of the legendary trio, the Fabulous Freebirds.
They asked me if I knew who Terry Bam Bam Gordy was. I was like, man, I've been ripping him off for like the whole 7 years at the time that I've been wrestling.
Silas did so well in his role, he received praise from a former referee who shared the ring with Gordy for years during his heyday.
I just got done like, running through one of the scenes. He was like, man, for a second it looked like Bam Bam was out there, man. So like, that was really cool.
The main character of the Iron Claw is played by Zac Efron.
Super sweet guy. But I will say this. With him being like the big Hollywood type, sometimes it's like, because me and him were sitting there talking, I had a can of Grizzly Wintergreen Long Cut. I put it in and he's like, oh man, I love doing Grizzly Wintergreen. And I was like, hell yeah, we're like talking about dipping. He's like, yeah, when I go fly fishing out in like Thailand and stuff like that. I was like, see, now you lost me. You're relating to him, and then you're just like, oh, we live completely different lives, brother.
Regardless of their inability to relate, Mason left the set of The Iron Claw with high praise from Efron.
Zac Efron's favorite wrestler, this guy. He literally told me that. After we like filmed one of the scenes, he's like, man, you're just so fun to work with. And I was just like, hell yeah, bro. He's like, you're my favorite wrestler. I was like, I am. Because I'm my favorite wrestler too.
Mason's favorite part of filming The Iron Claw?
That was actually a high-class production. Helped me pay off my car too, so that was sick. I like that Hollywood money.
Not bad for a kid from Maryville.
I'm really grateful to, being a kid from Blount County who didn't really start out with much in life. Now I got 2 big shiny belts, baby, and a lot of money in my bank account, so I can't complain.
He is the definition of a character. All right, well, if you would like to watch the big screen, The Iron Claw opens next Thursday at Central Cinema and theaters across East Tennessee.